So for this week's meditation tool, I will offer a mudra rather, which I often do. Mudras are like yoga poses for our hands. They're like a message to ourselves to kind of hold on to an idea while we're sitting and letting many ideas possibly kind of bubble up. So when traveling, I often have this happen. I have many ideas come flowing through while there's just so much to observe, whether in a vehicle moving down the road, watching landscape change. Just this morning, I drove through a lot of fog. It was like, whoa, unexpected, like lots to see and take in. The nervous system can stay busy while doing so. Or also on a plane, there might be lots of people around you, lots of other nervous systems to be aware of and co-regulate with or feel dysregulated by, whatever the case may be. So I like to use this mudra for bringing a sense of kind of groundedness or tranquility to my experience. And this mudra is called Kanista mudra or Kanista, depending on how you might like to pronounce that or where you may be from. And it is taken like this. I'll show you a few options. I've seen it done a couple of different ways. But the main idea is to connect the pinky fingers. So generally it's intended for both hands, but if only one hand is accessible, you can of course take this by connecting your pinky to yourself, whether that's your lap or maybe an arm or shoulder or chest. But the first variation that I have seen is just to take both hands softly open, bringing palms to face one another, and then just connecting those two pinky fingertips in space and sort of finding a comfortable level to hold that orientation. Just sitting and breathing and noticing that connectedness. I find that just seeing my hands in this calm, relaxed state sort of brings a sense of calm to my system. Maybe that's because I often find myself very busy. Another variation of this mudra is to take two soft fists, thumbs on top, and bring your knuckles to face one another. This might bring your elbows out a little wide. And again, extend your pinky fingers so that both fingertips can just connect somewhere near center. And similarly, you can just observe as you continue to breathe and sit calmly and try to hold this gently. It's sort of difficult to kind of force your pinky tips together. They're sort of the weakest, lowest, tiniest little finger on our hand of 5, which I think is fitting as the meaning behind this Kanista mudra for tranquility is actually translated to English as being lowest or younger. And because it's associated with kind of rooting or groundedness, I like to think of sort of the youngest leaves at the base of a plant, maybe a vine that's sprouting prolifically and bringing new leaves up all the time from its root base. So these kind of young leaves might be the newest, kind of like our pinky fingers might feel like the tiniest there at the bottom of this orientation. So another way of taking this mudra is to take these extended pinkies as you have them from your fist here and sort of let them wrap around one another, intertwining in kind of a little hug, sort of hooking them, linking them together. And you can create a little opposite tension and force there by drawing your elbows apart, noticing a little extra strength and connection between those two lowest fingers. So options to consider for Kanista mudra for cultivating a sense of tranquility. These are things you might be able to do sort of incognito, if you will, in your lap without sort of drawing much attention to yourself while traveling in public space, if that helps bring a little ease to the practice for you.